Sorry about that. Comcast decided to drop itself. Yay, Comcast! Dropping for like 70 packets, and unfortunately that's enough to disconnect the Twitch stream, which at the time doesn't exactly work very well for me. Sorry about that. That means this is going to be in 2 parts. Without further ado, though, we are going to resume the game. Train of thought has been lost, meaning this is going to take a moment. Either way, the gold advantage getting a little bit more, just impressive is the word I'm going to use. For the Radiant, they already have a 15,000 gold advantage, a 10,000 XP advantage, and to be fair, the XP advantage is a little bit less than it is for the gold, so that could be telling that the Dire have at least slowed down the farm rate for the Radiant. They are at least trying to farm, and as long as they're trying to farm, they're at least getting some farm out of this, and their heroes are still getting some levels. And speaking of which, looking at said levels, the Radiant are almost solely leading in levels right now. Phantom Assassin is the only one. Now she's level 13, barely keeping up with Ricky, 1 level behind. So they're still in a good position at least. Ogre Magi, the one who's not so much. The lowest level on the Radiant is level 11. The lowest on the Dire is level 9. Either they go for an engagement, Flare comes in, the blink in from Phantom Assassin, Force Staff Disruptor out of the way. Meanwhile, Phantom Assassin gets picked up by Rubik. In comes the Ricky, and the final kill will go to him. Just going to get a nice backstab onto the Phantom Assassin, and that is kill confirmed. And here we go. The Radiant are going to start pushing once again. They apparently want the kill here. Power Shot comes in. Creep Wave going to take all the damage. Looks like Treant Protector going to get slightly hit by it. Leech Seed onto one of the creeps. Going to try and give himself some help from that. Now the final remnants of the Dire Creep Wave gone. Nuke actually coming out from Skywrath Mage. They're nuking the creeps, not the heroes. And Ricky going to blink in. He goes onto the Ogre Magi. Smoke gets popped. In comes the Treant Protector. He actually gets Force Staff in. He runs back immediately. Kinetic Field comes out. Now Storm Spirit right there trying to stay alive. Tower's taking damage. It's already almost dead. In comes the Overgrowth from Treant Protector. Skywrath rotating in. No nuke as of yet. Storm Spirit getting a lightning in. Looking for the kill. Can they find down the Windrunner? Kinetic Field comes out. Now Storm Spirit, the pickup happens. He goes down. A big turnaround from the few moments ago. Windrunner is still going to get taken down, actually. But in the meantime, Storm Spirit, another loss, and that's an offlaner for an offlaner or a support, arguably. Windrunner was the offlaner as well, so. Flare comes out, misses the Ricky completely. Still, though, they get the kill on the Ricky, and that's a wicked kill streak gone. Oh, that tower! Oh, the last catapult shot just unable to get off there. Meanwhile, up in top lane, Venomancer tried pushing lane. He's going to get taken down by Phantom Assassin, and please, deny the tower! Deny the tower, Skywrath! It has 2 HP! Deny it! It has 2 HP! Save it! Save it from the pain of the Radiant killing it! Oh, that's going to be depressing if they don't deny that tower. Very, very depressing. That's just the terminology that's going to come from this. Invisibility going to get bottled up by Rubik here, who is now using his Boots of Travel and a Blink Dagger, so he's going to be a very powerful force for initiation, and just he's going to be able to get anywhere. He can split push. And actually mid-tower in the meantime going to get denied, equally low on health, less than 100. It's going to get denied by the Rubik here. And that bot T3 tower, it still has 2 HP. This irks me that they're not denying a tower that has 2 HP! Usually, 120 HP, deny it, deny it, 2 HP. You better bloody well deny it, and they're not denying it. Oh my. It's just going to come back and bite them in the ass when that tower is going to get killed by the Radiant, by a catapult, by a single melee creep who hits it once. That's going to be the story of that tower, and it's going to be a miserable story. If that tower could read its own monologue and know how it died, it would be disappointed. That's just what that tower would be. Meanwhile, the Dire all rotating into their jungle here. Treant Protector acting as a scouting force with Bloodlust. Are they rotating up into the top lane? They have to know what's there. Ward vision on the high ground here. Nice offensive ward for the Radiant, and pretty decent defensive ward for the Dire. I like to think that there are better defensive wards they could have gone with that would at least be a little bit farther out in the jungle and get them better jungle vision. But overall, this ward going to give them pretty good defensive vision. Phantom Assassin going to get caught out, and did Rubik indeed stole the Mystic Flare, and now Ogre Magi getting caught out, getting a backstab down by Ricky, who's taking so much damage. Mystic Flare comes out from the real Skywrath Mage this time. Venomancer ult gonna get popped. Phantom Assassin blinks right into it. Now taking so much poison damage. She needs to get out of there. Orchid Malevolence going to silence her as well. In comes the Treant Protector, trying to stay alive. Instead, he gets taken down by Windrunner with a power shot. Now they're pushing the high ground. T3 tower dangerously going to start taking damage. Catapult there. Windrunner pushing it. Venomancer Plague Ward coming in. And what do they have to defend this? Ogre Magi's down. Treant Protector's down. Tower's taking damage. Not only that, the Plague Wards are going to provide so much defensibility for the Radiant, not the Dire. Tower's still taking damage. Now it's going to go down. Rubik gonna Blink Dagger in. Mystic Flare comes down. Rubik taking it almost straight in the face, but a stun. That kinetic field going to trap them in place. In comes the Ogre Magi. He throws the Ignite. Rubik now taking damage. In the meantime, Fire Blast getting stolen by said Rubik. Phantom Assassin taking so much damage, going to take a power shot to the face. Top T3 tower going to go down. That leaves the Rax only. Not only that, but the Plague Ward's still dealing damage here and delaying the creep wave from pushing out. The Radiant are just all sitting in the Dire jungle, and the Dire Observer Ward, their defensive Observer Ward, even wore out in that fight, which means they have no map vision at all. Just zero map vision. They have no idea what they'll be pushing into, and that's going to be incredibly scary if you're the Dire, to not know what you're pushing into. Just that feeling that at any moment 5 members of the Radiant team are going to magically appear on your head is not anything anyone wants to go into. And right now that's exactly what they have to push into, and they're still trying to. They're pushing out the top lane. Mid lane pushed out too far for them to feel safe already. And now top lane doing the exact same thing. They're going to slowly follow it up, but they've been completely spotted out by this Observer Ward. An invisible Storm Spirit. Oh, right there. They don't actually see him. Now he's right in the midst of this fight. Overgrowth comes in. Immediately, Disruptor goes down. No spells for him. Phantom Assassin taking so much damage, though. Ricky's not there to do the damage he needs to. Veno ult comes out, but it misses the Phantom Assassin. Ogre Magi not so lucky. Bloodlust coming out. Or no, Multicast coming out on the Skywrath Mage. They turn around. They're going on the Windrunner. Phantom Assassin right there. Coup de grace onto the Rubik, who turns around. Fade Bolt comes out. Veno trying to run away. There's the nuke from Skywrath Mage. Mech gets popped on him. Can he run? Can he stay alive? No, he's going to get taken down. The slow just too much to stay alive through, and he is going to go down. Meanwhile, though, remember that bot C3 tower I was talking about that had 2 HP? Yeah, remember that creep I was talking about? That melee creep I said would kill that bloody tower? Guess what? A melee creep just killed a T3 tower. A fucking melee creep. I don't even want to know how many games out of 1,000 that happens in, because you know what, 1,000? No. Try 10,000. Maybe that's the number it takes to have a level 3 tower get killed by a melee creep. Not a mega melee creep, just a melee creep. If I were the Dire right now, I would feel ashamed that they let that tower get killed. I would just feel ashamed. Hell, that tower has to feel ashamed that it just got killed in that manner. I think Ricky, he's going to start I mean, he's already come online. He's just getting his items now. As we go farther into this match now, Ricky's actually going to start to become less scary, and that's the problem with Ricky. Invis detection catches him out, makes him essentially nullified in fights until he can just deal raw DPS. And with an MKB, with a Basher, he's able to do that. He still has his Diffusal Blade. He's used most of the charges from it. Now he's going to go in there. He's going to try and kill Roshan actually by infinitely backstabbing him, which is definitely a potential. I mean, Ricky can just do this over and over again. Just backstab the Roshan. Instead, he is just going to back out to something that's not such a good idea. Orchid Malevolence just coming out onto the Storm Spirit. This is one of those things that I'm talking about. Orchid Malevolence will deny the invisibility on Ricky for the time being. So if they can get the Orchid off on Ricky, that means not only can he not Blink Strike, he can't smoke, but that means he can't go invisible either. Oh. Veno basically walking into an invisible Treant Protector who's still living armoring his heroes. So he's going to keep them up as long as he can. Now entire Radiant team rotating in, well not entire Radiant team, but 3 of them rotating in through mid. Ricky, Rubik, and Windrunner, a very deadly pair. Telekinesis comes out onto the Storm Spirit here, taking so much damage, almost gets taken down by a second Fade Bolt from Rubik. Not only that, but Rubik actually going to steal the Static Remnants. Now the Overgrowth comes in for Treant Protector. Leech Seed as well, in comes the Skywrath Mage, so much damage being dealt to the Windrunner, but simply not enough. She Force Staffs her way out of there. In the meantime, there it is. Fire Blast comes down on the Ricky. He's been silenced. He's trying to stay alive. In comes the Storm Spirit, and boom! Skywrath with the final kill onto Ricky there. Gonna take him down. Shackle Shot comes down the Ogre Magi. Storm Spirit very far forward, leaving a static remnant. Will he blink? He's been silenced. He can't blink himself out. He gets taken down by the Disruptor. Now in comes the entire Dire team, though. Fire Blast comes down on the Rubik. Charm Protector right there. Leech Seed comes in. He's now taking so much damage. Skywrath, power shot to the face. Shackle shot into a tree. Rubik trying to take him down. The silence comes in. Can he get away? He's taking so much damage. No, he commits suicide, actually. Skywrath Mage with the suicide going to pop his Bloodstone. 300-second cooldown on that, as if that wasn't enough in the first place, but still. 2 heroes down for 3, and overall, that fight was actually a success for the Dire. They went in. They didn't lose their T3 tower. They got 3 kills compared to 2, and they even got a Ricky out of that, while their Phantom Assassin stayed alive. And not only that, Phantom Assassin is actually matched in level with said Ricky, and she's not far behind in net worth. So going into this late game, Phantom Assassin has great potential. She's a harder carry than Ricky is, and Ricky's going to get caught out by silence. He's going to get caught out by any invis detection. Hell, I'm surprised. Do they not have a gym yet? They don't actually have a gym yet on the Dire, and that surprises me. They have Sentry Wards, but usually you'd go more with a gym, especially if you have any tanky heroes, and they have a Treant Protector. They can make any hero tanky. You'd think they just give it to the Phantom Assassin, who can have living armor at any time. Now Phantom Assassin has a BKB to add on top of that. Phantom Assassin is going to be the name of the game as we go into the late game here. Treant Protector just picking up his mech, so he's going to be able to heal up anyone he needs at any time. Aghanim's coming up on Venomancer, so now his ult. I'm sorry, did I not deal enough poison damage as it was? Guess what? More poison damage! Poison damage everywhere. And right now we're about to hit the 40-minute mark, and as time ticks on, I just have to say that the chances of the Radiant winning this is just getting smaller and smaller by the moment. Ricky is not a hard carry compared to Phantom Assassin, and you combine that with the fact that they don't really have an offlaner. They have a Windrunner who can be a semi-offlaner, but she's more known for being a support than an offlaner.
Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
Oh, very aggressive play. Telekinesis going to pick up the Treant Protector. So much ball lightning coming out from the Storm Spirit, just getting himself out of harm's way as fast as he can.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Now the Radiant pretty much all in the bottom side of this map, all in the Dire lower jungle. I'd almost be surprised if they wouldn't farm Ancients. Instead, they are going to rotate into Roshan, and now they're going to start to pick up that, or they're going to pick up the Ancients, and they're going to look to push high ground once again. Oh, do the Dire know this is happening? They are rotating into bot lane. Do they have any sense that this is going on? The wards, though, I mean, just the ward. I want to point out these wards are immaculate. They have such good vision here. The Stormster, he ball lightning himself into the trees, actually. Not exactly the lightning he was looking for. Roshan still taking damage. The Radiant are trying to back out of this. They know the entire Dire team is here. Blink in from Phantom Assassin. She's going for it. Not only that, she has a Battle Fury. She'll deal a lot of damage to everyone. So many silences. Silences everywhere. Phantom Assassin going to kill the Ricky. Disruptor going to kill the Phantom Assassin. In comes the entire enemy team. Overgrowth comes in. There's the Flare as well. The Mystic Flare going to get the kill onto Disruptor. Actually, over Magi had the final kill, but either way, still pursuing. Nuke coming in on the Windrunner. Kill confirmed. Rubik coming back in. Blink tagging himself. Telekinesis onto the Skywrath. He's going for the kill. Will he get it? Fade Bolt. Does he have it? He has it. He could Fade Bolt. He's not using it. There's the Fade Bolt with the kill onto the Skywrath Mage. Now Storm Spirit following up, getting chased by the Vino. Silences the Rubik before running away. He doesn't have mana. He can't ball lightning. His Orchid Malevolence is still on cooldown for another 10 seconds. Can he make it to the high ground? Telekinesis is going to pick him up. Rubik going to blink him forward, and instead now Storm Spirit going to get taken down. 32-17, and that's a loss of 3 for 5. And in the meantime, Roshan is still alive, actually, and regenerating health at a crazy rate. Well, it's not that crazy realistically, but his regen rate is good enough to be considered good. Plague Wards coming down. Venomancer are going to move into Roshan now. Going to bait him onto the Plague Wards instead.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Now Rubik going to start doing Roshan once again. Plague Wards everywhere. And the Dire are rotating down here once again. Another 20 seconds until Rubik is up. Mystic Flare goes on into the Roche pit. Ricky rotating back out. He's looking for opportunities. He's going to start dealing immense amounts of damage. Hell, he can bash Roshan. That backstab just so effective for Ricky. And now he's just meleeing Roshan. Will it be enough? In comes the Phantom Assassin. Treant Protector not far behind. There's the Overgrowth. They're going for it. Are they going to do this? Roshan's still taking damage. Mystic Flare goes down. Who's going to pick up the Aegis? It's still there. No one's picking up. Treant Protector going to pick up the Aegis just to get it here. Ricky was still around. He actually got taken down. Now Venomancer and Disruptor right there. DD Disruptor. Blink in from from Phantom Assassin. So much damage to the Veno. Still pursuing. BKB gets popped on the Phantom Assassin. Windrunner right there. Does she have Shackle Shot? No, it's down for another 2 seconds. Power Shot about to come back up. Venomancer ult comes down, dealing so much damage. There's the dagger onto the Windrunner. Now she's getting slowed down. Leech Seed as well. So much damage. Blink in from Phantom Assassin. Now she Windruns, trying to get away. Nuke comes in from Skywrath Mage. Telekinesis from Rubik. They are diving hardcore. They are under the T2 tower right now, all the way down in the bot lane. They've chased from the Roshan pits. Disruptor actually getting taken down by Storm Spirit up by the top rune. And now entire Dire team in retreat. Treant Protector with the Aegis. They need to make immense amounts of use of this. The XP graph slowly turning around. XP still up by the 15,000 mark, but it's still not increasing. The Radiant were unable to push that much of an aggressive position anymore, and now the Dire, when the Radiant were unable to push the high ground, the Dire are going to start flexing their muscles, and they've just done that. They have won a big team fight. They killed Roche. They got the Aegis. Not only that, now they're pushing mid lane. Ricky is up, but Disruptor and Veno are still down here. Rubik's going to try and delay them for as long as he can. Fade bolts forward, then blinks back immediately. A good move from him, just going to stay out of the fight as long as he can. Now, here comes the Dire team. They're rotating into the tower. It's going to start taking damage. And by start taking damage, I mean it's already down half. Ricky's looking to deny it. Lift going to get popped. Power Shot comes in from Windrunner, hitting the Treant and the Phantom, but it's simply not enough damage. He blinks in. He smokes onto the Treant. Treant taking lots of damage. He's going to go down. Aegis gets popped. Now, Dagger comes in on the Ricky. Treant Protector coming back up. Ogre Magi right there. Overgrowth gets popped. He's trying to retreat, but he's been slowed down. He can't run. He actually had Overgrowth stolen by the Rubik. Flare gets popped onto the Venomancer. Now, Skywrath Mage trying to run away. Smoke gets popped. He's taking backstabs from the Ricky. He goes down. Ricky pursuing. Phantom Assassin in full retreat. That's 2 for 0. Not even able to get that T... Or did they? Yes, they did get the T2 tower, actually. But still, full retreat. Rubik pursuing. He's got his Blink Dagger. And indeed, they are just going to run away as fast as they can, and there's nothing wrong with that situation. 34-20, they are back on their side of the map, back in their own high ground, actually, and they're going to feel relatively safe because of that. And in the meantime, the Radiant, they're going to push 5 right down the mid lane. They want this T3 tower. They've got an immense creep wave. They have the equivalent of 2 creep waves rotating in through this mid lane, and the Dire creep is about to get completely annihilated. Blink in from Rubik. Telekinesis on the Phantom Assassin. He stole Mystic Flare. Phantom going to get absolutely demolished. Skywrath gets caught in the kinetic field. Now trying to take down the Ricky. He gets the kill on the Ricky. Venomancer rotating in. Ult gets popped. It lands on both Skywrath and Ogre Magi. Fire Blast comes in. Venomancer goes down. Disruptor and Windrunner trying to rotate in here. Static gets popped by Disruptor. Isn't enough. He goes down. Windrunner able to Windrun out. Is it going to be enough? Tower Shot comes in for the kill on Windrunner. And no. 4 kills for 2. Or for 1, actually. That engagement completely going against the Radiant there. That went about as badly as it could for them, and now they have to run back. They have to rotate out as fast as they can, and the Dire are rotating straight down mid lane. This is a mid-for-mid fight. It is completely dependent on who gets the better mid engagement, and right now, the Dire are the ones getting the better mid engagements. Or more correctly, they're just the ones getting the better engagements right now. They've won 2 and lost 1, and as long as they can push the high ground again, and is there any buyback? Yes, they do have buyback on Ricky and Rubik, so they're going to... Rubik is still alive, actually, so if he goes down, they're going to have buyback on him, but for the timing, no one else has buyback on Dire or on Radiant, so it's going to be a very risky play if they try to push him forward. There's no Mega Creeps on either side. Now T3 Tower starting to take damage. Phantom Assassin going to get Telekinesis, and again with that Mystic Flare, dealing so much damage. Phantom Assassin's going to get forced back. Ricky going to TP in. He's going to chase after the Treant. Skywrath right there. He's going to rotate and go after the Skywrath now because Treant does have his cloak. Phantom Assassin going back and dealing with the Ancients, actually, because Ricky rotated onto the Skywrath. Is there a gym yet? Still no gym out for the Dire, so they have no idea the Ricky is here. And he's just among them at this point. Bloodlust coming out onto the Treant Protector. Ogre Magi and Phantom Assassin both mid here. DD Rune down on the bot. Are they going to... Oh, did they not see this? Because it's night. They don't actually have the vision to see the DD rune. And they're all going to rotate right by it. Phantom Assassin going back, doing her own Ancients now. She stole the Radiant Ancients, and now she's taking her own. And that's just going to give them a little bit more XP. And already, the XP advantage has dropped down to 5k. Gold is holding steady at the 15k mark. But the longer this goes on, the worse this is going to start looking for the Radiant, who are just losing it at this point. They need to go for the GG, and if they can't seal the GG in the next 3 or 4 minutes, then this is simply going to turn around for them. Right now, they're sitting down here by Roshan, which won't be up for another 5 minutes at this point. They're going to grab the DD rune onto the Riki, so Riki's going to be extremely scary for the next 30 seconds or so. But for the time being, like, they're going to try and push bot lane. And the Dire, in the meantime, they're farming their jungle. They're getting the XP they need. Venomancer's trying to push top lane at the moment. But even while he's pushing top lane, is he really doing that great of a job? Now they rotate down. Are they about to get a gank? Could they get a gank? Venomancer gets cut out. He's silenced. In comes Treehouse Protector. There's the overgrowth. And boom, that's a very dead Veno. Even using Electric Vortex to take him down. Now, though, in the bot lane, they rotate in. TP's in. Rubik right there. Kinetic Field comes out. Catches no one. Skywrath goes down almost instantaneously. Melee Rax taking damage. It goes down. That means Mega Melee creeps in the bot lane. Phantom Assassin, BKB in. Now getting backstabbed by the Riki. She turns around. All she needs is a coup de grace. Mystic Flare comes in. They turn around. They go on the Windrunner. Static comes out from Disruptor. Riki chasing the Phantom Assassin. Glimpse comes out. Is she still alive? Phantom Assassin's still alive. Riki actually gets taken down now. Phantom Assassin barely alive. Living Armor keeping her up right now. She's trying to get back in her own fountain. Safely back. Glyph gets popped. Range Barracks still alive here. The Radiant are attempting to rotate forward. They want that Rax. Are they going to take it? Living Armor comes out, giving it just a little bit more time. He gets telekinesis up. In they come. Rubik goes down almost immediately. The coup de grace from Phantom Assassin. Kill guarantee. The blink is up, but she got caught in the kinetic field. Now Phantom Assassin can't do anything. Are we going to see her blink forward? Oh, Ignite comes out, but it's simply not enough. Actually, will it be the slow from Ignite? Blink in, Fire Blast comes out. There's the dagger from Phantom Assassin. They go on him. The Glimpse going to Glimpse. Ogre Magi backwards, but not the Phantom Assassin. Blink forward from Phantom once again, trying to chase the Disruptor. Another dagger. She won't run into the kinetic field this time. She just runs around it. Oh, she runs into it the last moment with the blink forward. Gonna go on to the Disruptor, who's still trying to run away. Are we gonna see Coup de Grace? There's the Coup de Grace. Instant kill with that, or with the Blade Fury. Oh dear, my apologies. That really just escaped my mind. That's not Blade Fury, that's Battle Fury. Either way. Windrunner now trying to retreat. She goes down. Skywrath with a double kill onto both of them in PR squad. Just finding out that now that it's the 50-minute mark, things are starting to fall apart. Another 4-player loss for nothing. It's 37-30. The XP advantage is 0. Gold advantage is slowly turning around. It's beneath the 15,000 mark now. And the Radiant, the Dire, they need to push their creep way forward. Riki's going to try and split push as hard as he can. The question being is, will it be enough? They have to split push a hell of a lot. In comes Storm Spirit. Electric Vortex comes down, dealing so much damage to Riki. Silence comes down, and Riki's going to get taken down. Oh dear, here's that part where I'm talking about. Orchid Malevolence. Silence. It kills Riki. Absolutely kills him when he doesn't have any team support. And he just got solo picked off by a Storm Spirit. Now the Dire, they have their creep wave. They're pushing bot lane. In comes Skywrath, Bloodlust. Treant Protector with Living Armor. They're pushing it hardcore. They want this T2 tower. And this is starting to look bad if you are the Radiants. There's still a good chance. They could technically win this, but right about now, it's going to take an immense amount of teamwork. They're going to have to pull it off perfectly. They need to win team fight after team fight. They need to punish the Dire, and they need to do it well. Otherwise, this is simply going to go the way of the Dire at this point. Fade Bolt coming forward, as well as the Thunder Strike from Disruptor. Excuse me. Now the Dire, they're right here. The creep wave has been pretty well destroyed, but another one is following up right behind it, and it's a big one. Now they just sit here taking damage from the Plague Wards. Skywrath getting so many heals right now. He's got Mech, Bloodlust, so much. Roshan actually coming up in 25 seconds. They're all rotating back. They let the creep wave push in. Are they going to do Roshan? With only 30 seconds remaining, Storm Spirit right here. He blinked, or he actually misses the he misses the lightning ball by just a small degree, and now they're right here just waiting for Roshan. 15 seconds until it comes up. They're rotating right on by it. Are they not going to do Roshan? Yeah, they're all rotating away from Roshan here. I think they were just expecting it to be up a little bit earlier on that, and now Roshan is up. Storm Spirit is... No, Treon's actually right here, not Storm Spirit. And the Radiants are the ones who are rotating up. Ricky going to be the first one in. He sees that Roshan is up. He was just checking to see if the Dire were the ones doing Roshan. No, they're not. Instead, they've rotated up to the top rune. They're going to start heading down. Now they are in the mid lane. Blink in from Rubik. He finds an Ogre Magi. Telekinesis. Skywrath is right there. He got hexed. Now in we go. Skywrath getting caught out. Ricky, here he comes. So much damage. Skywrath going to drop. No! At the last moment, the invisibility rune going to save him. No detection for the Radiance. In comes Vino, pops his ult, goes after the Phantom Assassin. Ricky right there, so much damage. BKB gets popped. She can't turn around fast enough. Ricky gonna end the killing spree on the Phantom Assassin. Storm Spirit just gonna ball lightning himself out of there. Mystic Flare comes down, misses ever so slightly. Was it Rubik to steal it again? Rubik blinks in here once again, and no, he actually stole Bloodlust, and that's a 3-player loss for the Dire. We're at the 53-minute mark, and if this turns around at this part, the Dire are just going to feel crushed. But right now, they just can't lose this. If they lose this team fight going onto the high ground, it will most likely be GG. The Dire will just push for it. Is there any buyback? There's only 2 buybacks for the Radiant, so if they don't make use of this, if they don't make good use of this, they will lose this. T3 tower goes down. Raxes are taking damage. Melee barracks about to go down. Rubik pushing so far forward. Skywrath gets forced back, and still another 40 seconds until Phantom Assassin goes up. Not only that, she doesn't have buyback. Mid lane Rax gone. Bot lane Melee gone. Rubik's about to solo the ranged barracks. Storm Spirit right here. Windrunner right here. Now the bot lane about to have mega creeps. Mid lane mega creeps. They're just going to rotate top. Mid lane or top lane barracks taking damage. Here we go. Skywrath rotates in. His nuke gets denied by the Force Staff. Mystic Flare lands on the Vino, instantly killing him. Bloodlust comes in. Force Staff, double Force Staff on him. Shackle Shot just barely not being effective. Storm Spirit, he's going to ball lightning in. Static Shield or Field comes out from Disruptor. He gets taken down by the nuke from Skywrath, and top lane Barracks going to survive. 3 heroes going down, and Ricky is forced to rotate out with Rubik. Now they just have to push out this bot lane. They do it very successfully. Both T4 towers still very much so alive. They're going to annihilate these creep waves in very short order, and the XP graph is turning into a sine wave here, whereas gold, it went down to 10k, now it's rotating back up about 12.5. We just have to wait for the update to see exactly where it's going to go after that. And they are indeed pushing mid lane. I think they're going to go for a GG here. 40 seconds until Windrunner gets up. They might not actually be able to push this creep wave in time for a GG push. Instead, oh, Skywrath sees the Roshan, gonna bait him out. Now in comes the Phantom Assassin. They're going for the Roshan here. Ball lightning in from Storm Spirit, and they're just gonna let the lane push. Meanwhile, Ricky's up here in top lane, trying to get whatever farm he can. He's still not slick slotted. He's died that many times. You can't have your Ricky die 9 times and have him expect to win the match anymore. And not only that, but Roshan's gonna go down, and they can't actually decide who's picking it up. It looks like Skywrath Mage gonna be the one who picks up the Aegis. And now they're going to rotate back around to mid. Phantom Assassin going to push out bot lane while they rotate out through mid here. They're going to try and push it as hard as they can. They need just whatever map control they can get. We're quickly approaching the 60-minute mark, and at this point, I mean, this game is just crazy. Because the Dire have lost so many team fights, I mean, realistically, they've been the one winning team fights. I can't say they lost so many, but because they lost that last team fight, they don't have any map control. There's no wards for either side right now. So neither side has any idea what's going on here. And now they rotate up top. They know the Ricky's there. Instead, they're just going to annihilate the creep wave, push it out. Mid lane trying to push out here. Venomancer just waiting, putting down all the plague wards he can, forcing Storm Spirit back, and this time Windrunner gets caught out by Phantom Assassin.
Even in death, you'll not see beyond the phantom veil.
This is one of those weird situations if you are the Radiant where you want to push, but do you really feel safe pushing against the 5-man? Especially now that Windrunner's gone down. Oh, Vino almost getting caught out. Thankfully, he does have a haster and he's able to get out of there. Phantom Assassin going in so far. She might actually go down. If she goes down, telekinesis, she gets picked up. Can she blink? She's been silenced. Phantom Assassin goes down. In comes the Overgrowth. Now they need to turn around. They need to try and make something out of this. Mystic Flare going down, dealing so much damage to Vino. They're still going for it, but Mech comes out. Skywrath now getting Overgrowth stolen. Aegis gets popped. Shadow Protector right there. They turn around. Disruptor goes down. Storm Spirit trying to run away from a Ricky, but you don't run from Ricky. Ball Lightning almost getting him out of the way. It's enough. He gets out. Static Remnant getting dropped. Ricky still rotating around. BKB gets popped. Going after the Skywrath Mage. Buybacks coming out, but none is the Phantom Assassin. She still doesn't have the buyback. Sentry Ward gets dropped. They see the Ricky. Mystic Flare comes out once again. Rubik gets annihilated. Now Ricky needs to run away. He gets caught out. Nuke comes down. He goes down. That's a full team wipe. Windrunner about to respawn. They need to turn this around. They need to push for it. They're pushing top lane, mid lane's pushing in, bot lane's pushing in. This is such a tough situation to be caught in. If you are the Dire, it's just so hard. You need to make something out of it, but can you? With all 3 lanes pushing in, with 2 of them being mega creeps, with your main carry down, this is one of those situations. It is just so hard to deal with. It is so hard to come back from when there's 2 lanes of mega creeps and your carry's down. You need to make something out of it, anything out of it. And with the Ricky down, that's a good situation to do so, but now the real question is, can they? XP heavily in favor of the Dire, 12,000 XP advantage. Gold is about 5,000, so this is still showing that things are slowly turning around. But every time the Radiant are pushing, they're just chipping away a little bit at whatever the Dire has left. Last time it was 2 lanes of racks and the T3 tower. This time it's just map control at this point. Sentry Wards everywhere for the Dire, and by everywhere I mean pretty much just in this local area. Now Skywrath solo pushing this top lane. They're going to try and push out mid lane as much as they can. Or no, they're apparently not actually. They're just going to let mid lane push back in, and right now this is just a game to see who can have more lane control right now. And the Dire, unfortunately, they have a permanent loss right now unless they can push any lanes. If they can push their own lanes, they'll be in a better situation, but they must, and I mean absolutely must, push lanes out of this. And right now, that's just so hard to do. Not only that, but I want to point out map vision. Wards! They actually have wards! Aren't they beautiful? Wards. Now Phantom Assassin getting scary farm. She's basically 6-slot at this point. She can improve on the Hyperstone. She's looking to do that, but at the moment she's just basically 6-slotted, farming up as much as she can. Meanwhile, mid lane barely holding as it is. They have to sit in their base and stop the lanes from pushing in. Top lane is their last saving grace. It's pushed all the way out right now, and Ricky's going to start pushing it back the other direction. And what this is going to depend on, this entire game right now, and I mean this entire game, is going to depend on the next 1 minute. If they lose the next engagement, if the Dire lose that team fight, they're likely to lose the game, because that'll mean that top racks will be gone. But if they win the team fight, if they come out on top of that, that's going to give them a little bit more survival time, and it might actually just give them the ability to push forward. Skywrath getting caught out, but Rubik just can't deal enough damage anymore. In comes Storm Spirit, but he can't even seal the deal with that Rubik anymore, and he's just able to back off. Now there is 5 members of both teams in this jungle, except for Vino. He got taken down. So it's going to be 4v5 if they're not careful. The Radiant, they're just going to go back into the lane here. They're still pushing. Oh, and actually Ricky's not here. It could end up as a 3v5. In comes the Dire team. Skywrath leading the charge. In comes the Storm Spirits. In comes the nuke as well from Skywrath Mage. Trying to keep them in place. Kinetic Field gets popped. It goes down now. Disruptor going to be the sacrificial lamb. He goes down, and that's just another kill. 2 heroes down right now for the Radiant. That means pushing lanes. Oh, but Rubik, the split push is what they needed to do. They are split pushing. In comes the Skywrath Mage. He's going to try and push the lane back out here, just throwing down his nuke to do whatever he can. And in the meantime, Phantom Assassin, Storm Spirit, and Ogre Magi, the scary trio, pushing in the top lane here. If they can do this, they might have a severe advantage. Skywrath, he's pulling the creep wave back into his own fountain, trying to delay the inevitable. The creep wave is pushing right through mid lane. T4 tower is about to start taking damage. A reinforcement wave right behind it. Phantom Assassin is backing off. Storm Spirit as well. They weren't able to push the high ground. And right now, if you're the Dire, this is a do or die situation. One mistake and this game will be over. It is 42-41. The XP advantage is still in their favor. Gold is almost 0. So technically they have the advantage. But looking at, they're just trapped in their base, farming the lanes in an attempt, and by farming the lanes, I mean holding the lanes more realistically, and they're certainly trying their best to do that. Ricky just sitting here in the top lane. He knows if he goes into this and gets a bad engagement, oh dear, it's a dead Ricky. And that's not what Ricky really wants right now. If he gets taken down, that could actually spell GG. Disruptor just coming back online, and this is just such an intricate game right now. The Dire trying to hold, trying to stay alive. They're pushing out mid lane. Are they going for the GG push? If they could only see that the Ricky were right here waiting. In the meantime, top lane pushing in that creep wave. I mean, this is just a game of, well, we'll push one creep wave while you push the other one, and we'll see how that turns out. Lots of TPs in. They're going after the Ricky. Ogre Magi pursuing Skywrath right there. The silence comes in. There's the Storm Spirit. Boom! Dead Ricky. There's the Mystic Flare. So much damage from Skywrath Mage. And Ricky not even standing a chance. He has an 86-second respawn time. And the Radiant, they don't feel safe pushing anymore. Windrunner backs off. Vino, he's going to try and hold the lane in as much as he can. Skywrath's going to be the one to push it out. Now mid lane, in comes the Storm Spirit. Electric Vortex comes out on Rubik. He goes down. Kinetic Field comes out from the Disruptor. Static Field as well, trying to keep them, or Static Storm should be trying to keep them in place as much as possible. Phantom Assassin going after the Windrunner. It's 1v1. The Coupe de Gras gets popped. She blinks in. Another Coupe de Gras, and it's death for Disruptor. In comes Phantom Assassin. Will there be a Coupe de Gras? Any Coupe de Gras. Glimpse going to keep him alive just a little bit longer, and the Thunder almost going to kill Phantom Assassin, but she escapes with her life, but she is going to be forced to back off. Bloodlust, heals everywhere. Living Armor going to keep her. She's just going to turn right back around. That's the power of Living Armor, the power of Treants. They turn right back around. They're going to go for the GG by the looks of things. If they could. I mean, right now, there's still the TP Tower. So many Plague Wards. Just Plague Wards everywhere. One by one, Plague Wards are going to go down, but they just get replaced as fast as you kill them. Such is the power of Vino in counter push. Ignite goes down. It's going to slow down the Vino for the time being. Shackle Shot comes down. Not going to do anything. They're all right here. Phantom Assassin's actually farming the jungle for a few moments. She turns right back around with that Bloodlust. She wants to be in lane right now. In the meantime, Treant's pushing out bot lane. Top lane is pushing in, but it's the one non-Mega Creep lane, so it's going to hold for the time being. Phantom Assassin right here, Coupe de Gras coming down with that Battle Fury. She's able to push the lane very aggressively. She's level capped, and oh my god, this is just turning out to be crazy. 42 to 44. This is no longer a game of, oh, well, he's got more gold. This is no longer a game of, oh, he's got more levels. This is a game of positioning. This is a game of, we just won that team fight. This is a game of who has the upper hand in map control. And right now, this is basically Dota at its purest, at its finest. And the Dire, they're trying to play the game. Nuke comes out from Skywrath Mage. There's the Mystic Flare. In comes the Phantom Assassin with the blink. Is it enough? No. Ricky blinks in. Smoke comes out, but the blink out, or the Force Staff actually of the Phantom Assassin going to keep her out of place. Shackle Shot going to pin them together. Ogre Magi taking so much damage. Fire Blast out on the Windrunner, trying to take her down. Just not enough. Yeah. Skywrath Mage turns back around. Phantom Assassin still in the fight here. Ogre Magi gets glimpsed back in. Kinetic Field just barely missing. Phantom Assassin just caught in the kinetic field. Doesn't even matter. He's going to run back. Both teams kind of afraid of each other. All the Sentry Ward. They see the Ricky. In comes the Mystic Flare. Storm Spirit barely going to miss the Force Staff. BKB gets popped. Both BKBs actually getting popped. But Phantom Assassin needs to turn back around. This is just crazy right now. They want to push high ground. In comes the bot lane with that Treant Protector. It's going to distract 3 of them. 4 of them, actually. Treant's most likely going to go down. He gets Shackle Shotted. In comes the Telekinesis. In comes the Phenomancer. Indeed, he goes down, but Ricky's left in mid lane alone. Mid tower goes down. They're pushing the racks. Melee racks dropping like a rock. Glyph gets popped. BKB up on the Phantom Assassin. In comes the Ricky. He revealed himself, though. Has he been silenced? No silence. He goes invisible again. Phantom Assassin trying to back up. Taking so much damage. Will she go to the... Yes! Phantom Assassin goes down. Phenomancer right behind. But in the meantime, it's a Phantom for Venom. But this time, she has buyback. She buys back. Skywrath goes down. Does he have buyback? Does Skywrath have buyback? Yes, he does, in fact, have buyback. 20-second respawn only, though, so it's not even needed. Boots of Travel coming out on the Phantom Assassin. Going to get him right back in the fight here. Shackle Shot comes down on the Storm Spirit, trying to get himself out of the fight here. Ball Lightning keeping him alive. Static Remnant as well. Phantom Assassin going right back around. This is so tense. Buyback's going to be down for another few moments. Phantom Assassin going to be pushing forward here. She is completely 6-slotted at this point with Assault Curios, Battle Fury, MKB, Helm of the Dominator, and just MKB at the same time. So much DPS, so much bash, so much capability for damage. Melee Barracks, it has to go down. It seriously has to go down. Ricky, though, he gets caught out. Is he going to get silenced? No! Again with the silence. BKB goes down. Telekinesis. Now the Melee Racks goes down.
has fallen.
trying to stay alive here. In the meantime, the range drag's now taking damage. Static Storm comes out, blink in from Phantom Assassin. She's taking so much damage. She needs to stay away from the Ricky, but in the meantime, Ricky gets taken down, and I don't think he has buyback. Ricky has no buyback. He can't be back in the fight now. Disruptor, he's going down. Skyers with the kill. They're going to take this Rex. Are they going to go straight for GG? They need to go straight for GG. They don't have time to push the other lanes. And indeed, they're going straight for the GG push here. T4 Tower is taking damage. Phantom Assassin dealing so much damage. Ogre Magi rotating off. Bloodlust up on the Phantom Assassin. Tower's taking damage. The last T4 Tower going down. Minnow Plague Wards trying to do what they can. They're going straight for it. This is the GG push. Is there any capability? 3 down. No buybacks. It's up to Rubik. It's up to Venomancer. The stun comes down. In comes the Mystic. Venomancer dropping like a rock. Trying to get that ult down. Is it enough? Phantom taking so much damage, but no! GG! Phantom Assassin going to go down. Holy shit. That was a very, very long late game, and it was so impressive from both sides. Staying alive, and it seriously, it came down to a game of positioning. It came down to a game of, welp, we just won that team fight. We have map control. That was seriously Dota at its purest, at its finest, and I'm so happy to have casted that match. As for state of affairs, well, we are waiting until Tuesday for more Duck Soup Gaming League matches, and after that, we will resume more of our daily casts. In the future, though, I hope you guys will tune in for these daily casts. They happen 6:30 every day that I don't have other content. If you want to find out what content I'm doing daily, you can find it on my Twitter, and I'll also sometimes try and post it on the actual Twitch channel. If it's a match, I'll try and post it ahead of time with the time that it'll be casted at. Either way, that's the daily state of affairs, guys. My name has been Pankzers, and I thank you for joining me.